Hello and welcome to another LEGO Star Wars review of set 75283 Armored Assault Tank. This set came out in 2020 and retailed originally for $40, but you can get it on sale at Amazon and Walmart right now for $32. I recommend that. Comes in at 286 pieces and have 4 figures, one of which is exclusive to this set and the set only so far. And without further ado, we'll get right into it. Up first is the box art, and you got your age, number of pieces, set number, set name, your minifigures right here. One weird thing of note is I'm pretty sure that background is from season 1 of the Clone Wars. Can't remember what episode it was, but it had Yoda and 3 Coruscant Guard Troopers and Lieutenant Thayer, I believe his name is, and I'm pretty sure he becomes commander of the Coruscant Guard, at least in Legends. I'm not sure if he does in canon, but yeah, at that point he's only a lieutenant. You got your 332nd Clone Trooper, aka Ahsoka's Clone Trooper as they have him here. That figure is exclusive to the set, and we'll get into that here in a few. But moving on to the back of the box art, you got the features here with the movable cannon and side weapon things. Got Ahsoka, your clones, your battle droids. And I'll say the set is presented pretty well on the front and back. Just the background is, it works. It's just really weird because, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's from season 1, like the very first episode of the Clone Wars show. But yeah, let's get into the minifigures. Up first is a 332nd Clone Trooper, aka Ahsoka's Clone Trooper, as they have designated him in the set. He's from season 7 of the Clone Wars, which is why I think it's a little weird that the box art on the front and back are from the first season of the Clone Wars, but whatever, it works. The only thing really exclusive in this set, honestly, is the helmet, because the helmet was modeled after Ahsoka's face. They're doing Ahsoka's face. And underneath the helmet, you'll see the updated Clone Trooper face. I am a huge fan of that, just because Tamora Morrison, the actor that plays Jango Fett, Boba Fett, and the clones in Episode 2 and 3, is one of my favorite actors. I mean, he's just cool. I mean, I love the way he sounds, I love the way he just portrays the clones and the Fets, and I like that it has an accurate skin color because he's from New Zealand, I believe. He's a Kiwi, as they call him, and I just really love the face. I really love the head printing. It's accurate, really nice. The one thing I think is kind of weird, which I see some complaints about it, is it's like a mashup of a live action and Clone Wars art style, which, it works and it gets the point across, but in my opinion, I think they should have just updated the 2014 live action accurate Clone Trooper and just updated it from there. But hey, it looks good, it works. The printing on my helmet, if you can see, let me try to bring it up here, is slightly skewed to the right, well, the left, if this side, which isn't bad. I've opened up one of these where the face was literally on the other side of the helmet. I got a replacement and actually don't know where that one went. But overall, I couldn't be happier with this clone. He looks good. He's fine. Could do with arm printing and hip printing, but, it's alright. It's whatever. I like it. I hope to see these come out in a battle pack or a figure pack or something later on down the line, just because this is the only set he comes in, and it would be really nice to get him later on, to army build and stuff like that. Let's move on to the next figure. Up next is Ahsoka Tano from Clone Wars Season 7. I just reviewed the Duel on Mandalore set that had this exact same figure, so she's nothing special. There's no variation or anything. She's identical to that one. You should go check out that video. That was my very first LEGO review, actually, believe it or not. But anyways, her head tails right here are a little too long, like I've said in that video, and I won't go too far into it because it's identical. If you want to know the actual details, you can go ahead and take a look at that video. But I mean, overall, it's a great figure. Looks nice, is nice. I appreciate the LEGO lightsaber blades that have no bubbles in them. As I said, that is always an appreciation. And lightsaber hilts look great, face looks great, printing is great, and yeah, nothing more to say about her. Moving on to the next figure, well, there's 2 figures, are these battle droids. These originally came out in 2019, I believe, with the AT-AP, and they were dubbed Kashyyyk battle droids. That is not the case. They are actual AAT tank driver droids that you see in Season 1 of the Clone Wars. That's actually the first time you see them, and that's their printing. I mean, it was cool to call them Kashyyyk troopers just because, I mean, the colors line up and, you know, looks good. I'm always a huge fan of variations of battle droids that have printing, like the commander, the security, and the pilot droids. Those are all very nice. I do really like the gunmetal gray, or the dark pearl gray, whatever color they call it, blaster here. I really like that. It's really cool of them to include those. And yeah, nothing more to say about that. I love the design. I love the color. I love the color scheme. The dark green looks great. Olive looks great. And the only thing I could say about updating these battle droids, quite honestly, other than we need a battle pack of them, is to include like a 1x2 tan colored plate on the back, like kind of like Star Wars, the complete saga video game that came out in 2007, how they have that with the little antenna piece on the back just to represent their backpack. But it's not a necessity. I just think it looks cool, looks more accurate. But yeah, fantastic figure, and I believe we need a battle pack of battle droids already. I think it's about time. And let's move on to the set now. And here's the set in its entirety, minus the figures. I already covered the cost of this, which it came out August of 2020, and it retailed for $40, $39.99. I honestly think it's a little too much for this set at that price, but right now, luckily, at Amazon and Walmart, you can get this set for $32, which is more appropriate for what you're getting. Like I said, the big draw is that 332nd Clone Trooper, aka Ahsoka's Clone Trooper. I see people buying multiple of these for that figure. I know I have. Kind of guilty of that. But overall, the price just at $32, it's better. I think it's a $30 set max. That's just how I am. $32 is fine, but $30 is more appropriate to what you're getting. The build honestly is really weird just because I had the 2009 one, which was way too big, and this one's scaled down quite significantly. And it's not a huge problem. It's just the top build here is, in my opinion, a little disproportionate to the entire build. It's like a big head, little body. And the gun here is just way too long. I mean, that's like it should stop like here. But it doesn't. And, you know, it is what it is. I've seen other mocks of this set that look absolutely fantastic that I know LEGO will never release. But, I mean, they tried. For a playset, it's alright. You have these little things here that shoot the spring-loaded shooters. And those pack a punch, man. Bounced off my face the other day when I was trying to build this. And when you open this, you get a AAT battle droid. And let me take him out of there to see the interior, which you got a targeting here and another targeting mechanism here. Now, the real thing in real Star Wars, I believe, has two drivers. I think you have the pilot droid that actually mans the thing and flies it, or pilots it, whatever. And then one that sits behind it that controls the weapons and all that. So you got a pilot and a co-pilot. And then you can have them come out the hatch over here, you know. And if you've seen Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, that's kind of how it is. The droid spots from up here. But overall, it's a decent set. The displayability over playset, I will say it's more of a playset than something you can display. I mean, obviously you can just display it, make it look like that. But in terms of accuracy and, you know, stuff like that, I think it's a flop on that part because it's pretty inaccurate. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be another line of blue back here. Like, this is supposed to, you know, be a full dish, but to add the play feature of the spring-loaded shooters, you know, it's okay. Nothing much going on up here either. Just 2x3 stud opening to fit a battle droid in, and it's pretty plain. You got your antenna here and your little mini antenna. It's okay. I mean, there's nothing back here you can do, and that just looks weird, man. Like, it's a complete 90 degree angle here with these driver things. covering it up. But I just think that looks kind of incomplete in my opinion right there, because in the old 2009 one there was a hatch here that you could pull out the dish and then put the droid on and slide him in there. But like I said, that one's really, really big, and this one's a lot smaller. Yeah, nothing much else to say about that. The build quality is fine. This thing, you can jack around with that thing and it's fine. It spins pretty crazy without breaking. These are fine too. The whole thing, if you've watched my ASMR video of building it, I flipped the whole thing over and it didn't break. Even the battle droid that was sitting in there didn't break. And yeah, I mean, that's about all I gotta say about that. Let's get into my final thoughts about it. So moving on to my overall thoughts, the set is okay. It's nothing extraordinary, it's nothing spectacular, nothing that really stands out. And for me personally, it's not accurate to what it's supposed to represent in the Clone Wars or in the movies at all, because the Trade Federation ones are tan, kind of like the battle droids. But it's a fun little playset, and it looks fine. It's good for mocks, you know, like if you have a big battle scene or whatever. And, you know, it's a nice army builder if you want a lot of this specific design tank. I think there's better options out there for mocks, but they are a little more pricey. The biggest draw, like I've said probably 100 times, is this trooper right here. And like I said, I hope he comes out later on down the line in like a battle pack or just something, because otherwise he'll be exclusive to this set, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just I think the fans and the demand honestly call for a lot more of these to, you know, be obtained in mass. But going over the price, like I said, it's on sale at $32 from its retail price of $40, and I think that's a better deal. I still think it's kind of a $30 set in my opinion. To justify that $40 or even that $32, I would say they should have thrown in another clone trooper. But that's just me. You can never have too many clone troopers, obviously. The figure selection for this build is fine. I'll say it's 10 out of 10 because it has the drivers that actually drive the thing. And, you know, nothing beats having the pilot or the crew that actually crew the ship that Lego puts out. That is a must. If you're going to have a Lego build, or like a tank, like a ship, like you should, in my opinion at least, have the pilots or the crew that man the ship in full. If not, at least, you know, come out with a set that you can easily obtain the crew for that set. But anyways, that's just me. I believe they could have done with another 332nd Trooper, but that's okay. And Ahsoka at the time was exclusive to the set, but now that she came out in a cheaper set, she's not so exclusive. And, you know, I bet you tons of people bought this set just for that clone trooper and maybe even those battle droids and obtained her in mass. So she's not too expensive if you want to get her, just the figure alone, as she comes in two sets. But like I said, the build quality is great. It was pretty fun to put this thing together. Nothing too hard, nothing too crazy. So yeah, overall, I would give this set probably a 6 out of 10 just because it's small. It was a little pricey when it first came out, and you know, the figures are alright. They're pretty good, I'll say. When I buy a Lego set, there's really two things that I go by. Well, three. One is price, two is figure selection, and three is its purpose, such as am I can put this on a shelf, or do I just want the figures in it, or, you know, stuff like that. Like, I do consider a lot of stuff when I buy a Lego set sometimes, because, you know, money's kind of tight sometimes, and, you know, sometimes you gotta invest in them, or you just gotta put them on your shelf, or you just want a huge army of clones, you know. So it's to each his own of why you buy a set, you know. But me personally, I bought this set. I bought a couple of these sets just because I wanted the battle droids and I wanted the Ahsoka's clone. I wanted the 332nd clone. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the purchase, and you can't really go wrong with it if you don't already have it at $32. And I think it's worth it just for this clone trooper alone. But if you want to go the better route just for this clone trooper, I recommend doing like Bricklink or eBay and stuff like that, because these are pretty obtainable on there. I'm sure people bought a ton of these just for that clone, and maybe even just to sell it. But overall, pretty good set at $32, and I would recommend it solely on the fact that it's on sale. I would not recommend spending full price on this, and who knows if the value will go up after it's discontinued. And that could all be attributed to one factor, I believe, in my opinion. It's either if A, we never get these guys again, and B, which is the most important one, if we never get these guys again. If we never get another 332nd Clone Trooper, I believe this set would go pretty high up in value just because of that. But yeah, nothing else to say about this. It wasn't an overall spectacular set, but it was nice for the figures. It was nice for the build. It was nice to put together and make a video on it. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get up to at least 100 subscribers, and it's tough. There's a learning curve there with making these videos and using the editing software. Still getting pretty used to it, but I try to roll these videos out as much as I can. So luckily I've been able to have some time on my hand to actually do this. And yeah, without further ado, I hope you like and subscribe, and have a good day. Also, this is really fun. You think she'll live? If I can find it?